way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 1994 5.2 liter V8 Jeep Grand Cherokee not starting. You just gotta jump the starter. Just get another Jeep, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Now it won't start. It's not the battery. Put a brand new Optima yellow top in. Tried tapping the starter. Don't know what to do next. Probably gonna tow it back to Nichols Auto Fab if we have to. I've had this thing a month. Just empty every pocket. Twice. 2 Jeeps. Oh, jeez. Kind of regretting buying this Jeep right now, but it's all right. We'll get it fixed up. It's probably something simple. Recently, the past month or two, I've just been breaking Jeeps, and it's not cool. So, but we'll get it figured out. Thanks, Brian, for coming, and John's chilling for a little longer before he goes to Utah, and it's just whatever. It's just this is where we are now. Cheers. One thing about mobbing the stock Jeep is it seems to not have any tow points. Why? Are you kidding me, Jeep? Did I need to get the Limited or the Laredo? But seriously, so we're just gonna wrap around like the front axle pumpkin, I guess. That's what John said to do. I've never done it, but we could do it. Okay, so I didn't film a bunch of what just happened because I was trying to make sure that we just loaded up camp and got out of here. But this thing would not start. It was not starting at all. And it freaked me out and it sucked. Now it's running and we're driving out of here. So here's what happened. I went to start it. It didn't start, but the whole car turned on. It's not the battery. It's got to be like the starter or something. Jumper. So, but I'm like, well, first things first, let's jump it. So we get out of jump box. Jumper tries to jump it with his truck. Nothing. And I'm like, yeah, it's getting power. It's just not starting. It's like the starter is doing nothing. So then we're like, okay, the starter. Well, you tap the starter. John reminded me, tap the starter. Because sometimes, you know, if the starter's going bad, you just tap it with a hammer or hard rock. That can work. Well, that didn't work. So we called Kevin from Nichols Auto Fab, and I'm like, hey, man, thing's not starting. You know, I'm stranded at this point. I need some help or whatever. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, And I'm really bummed because I just bought the Jeep, and I don't want to be towing it around. I mean, it's been a month. I put only 1,300 miles on this thing. So anyways, we talked to Kevin, and he's like, the neutral safety switch sometimes goes bad on those. So as you're starting it, try to run it through the gears between neutral and drive and all that. That didn't work. Call him back. He goes, try jumping the starter. And I'm like, what? Cables on the starter? And he goes, no. Grab a screwdriver and arc the starter. Just, he's like, it's gonna scare the crap out of you. Boom, and it did. That's what I got on film. Boom. Okay. Yes. I get underneath, arc it while he starts it, and we get it going. And we're driving out. And we got beautiful, beautiful Sedona here. Sedona Cottonwood rocks that we're mobbing. And loving. There's the Kimbo. We get the Kimbo going. Kimbo slice. That's the first spot I saw Kimbo. This thing does cruise though when it's running. I mean, things sound rough in there, but it's not too bad. Heading through up to Jerome. Straight up here. Really cool town. Takes a little while to get through because it's so tight, but it's sweet. Cool town up on this mountain, just shoved in there, right up there. So yeah, this is Jerome. People walking and doing split, so that's a one-way and this is a one-way. So you gotta go just one way. Oh look, House of Joy. Oh, well, beautiful drive even though there's lots of traffic, but I just talked to Happy's Trails and he's gonna let me use, they've got an FJ Cruiser around right now that nobody's using, and so I can drive that back to the valley while I have my second Jeep now at Nichols Auto Fab. Awesome. Yeah. That's okay. This Jeep will be good soon. Anyways, I'm always learning something out here, and I always learn stuff the hard way. So here we go, hard way. Well, we're at friggin' Nichols Auto Fab next to my friggin' other broken Jeep. Well, this is fitting. Just park it right here, actually. Well, I'm driving a Toyota. Toyota girl chilling. And yeah, thank you so much, Happy, for letting me borrow this FJ Cruiser, man. Oh, it's kind of fun to drive a manual. I haven't driven a manual in a little while. Wow. But yeah, I don't want any more Jeep problems. This is just a minor thing though, so it's no big deal. I'm so excited that we were able to get it to Nichols Auto Fab so quick, and just like right on the way home. I mean, you know, it's like no big deal. So, oh yeah. Anyways, so good to have good friends like Happy. Brian from Off Grid Backcountry Adventures was gonna come tow me out, and then yeah, we talked to Kevin and got the little screwdriver trick and fired her up. But yeah, he tested the starter solenoid and some simple things that it wasn't the case when we got there. So yeah, he's gonna need to go through some of the wiring or something. I don't know, but thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you, buddy. If I didn't have you to, you know, fix the Jeep, the Gladiator, and put the axles on it, now get the Grand Cherokee, you know, running tip top again. I mean, you helped diagnose the problem. You weren't even there. So yeah, it's just like, compared to towing this thing around and getting the runaround from shops and oh, do this, that doesn't work. And it's just amazing having knowledgeable people on your side. So anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. Comment below, let me know what you think of all the craziness here. Hit the like and check out my Patreon for exclusive content and to support the channel. Thanks to my patrons. We're driving here though, so we gotta go. We'll see you next time. The only question is, are you down to mob?